going on, everybody? Live Farmer 73. What's going on? It's good to see y'all. Happy whatever day it is. Guava. Let's get right into this. I don't even want to beat around the bush. And this ain't going to be a I told you so or nothing like that. But we are going to talk about some stuff we pretty much been talking about. But let's put it to rest. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. It's good to see you this morning. Sabrina Suburban Garden, Soulful Seedlings, Serenity Acres. How y'all doing this morning? Shantae, Will Burnett. I know it's early. I don't know what time it is. I know it's early though, and I wanted to come in here and later I'm going to do a stream yard. Hey, Callie Homestead, how you doing, Mary? Lotus Flower, Q Dub, Jonette. All right. As usual, happy sugar-free Sunday. Sugar-free Sunday is knowing what's in your food. And I done got to a point where I'm going to even say this. If you can't figure out what's in your food, grow your own food. Raise your own food. If now that they have started tampering with the FDA and all these other food regulation type places that's messing with our food, if that's the case, it's time for us to grow our own food and raise our own food, and until somebody with some sense is here. Okay, let's get right into this. I don't want this to sound like a the sky is falling type of situation, but it is what it is. uh how many people saw this morning? I woke up and I saw that officials in Europe are telling the Europeans, all of Europe, to prepare, stock food, stock water, stock supplies for at a minimum of 3 days. Tell me if you've seen it. I don't care who, what network, what news site, or what magazine or newspaper you like to read. Who all heard it? Raise your hand and say, I heard it, I read it. And for the people that have not heard any of it, I'm telling you right now, Europe, the officials in Europe have told their people in Europe, all of Europe, prepare, stock water, stock supplies, stock food for a minimum of 3 days. So that's for the people that have not heard that yet. If you don't believe me, go look at it yourself. Now, as usual, we know what that means. And if you don't know what that means, let me tell you what it means. Remember, we're close ally, were close allies with Europe, just like we were close allies with Canada. So now that we pretty much, or I ain't gonna say we, don't put me in that. Now that they have made Canada and Europe our enemies for some stupid reason, if Europe and Canada are preparing for the worst, because I just heard the new Prime Minister of Canada say today, we have to buckle down because they ain't playing this no more with us. He said every word except for the United States are now our enemies. He said every word describing now that we are now officially their enemies. He didn't say that, but his demeanor and his dance around words said that. Like, okay, if America want to be our enemies, so be it, is what I heard. So meaning we need to secure our own selves. We need to take care of our own selves and stop worrying about what America gonna help us do. If these countries are preparing all of their people for the worst to come. Do you think, now I'm going to tell you something else before I go there. The American people will not be told this. The American people will not be told to prepare stock food, stock water, stock supplies for a minimum of 3 days. You know why? Do you know why the American people? Now they used to tell us last year before, they was telling us stock water. Every mayor, every senator, everybody, the president himself. Remember this. We will not be warned anymore about what's to come from the officials. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the reason why the whole other countries are preparing is because of America. We got some dirty I ain't going to keep saying we now. America has some real dirty dealings with some real crooked countries right now. It's some back alley bullshit going on between America and these other creepy countries. So when they're saying prepare, they ain't saying prepare for the dude to drink the vodka, the little guy. They're not saying just prepare for the little dude that they used to call Rocket Man. No, they're basically saying prepare for Vodka Man, Rocket Man, and Pumpkinhead, because they all best friends now. And the reason why we will not hear a prepare for the worst is because the people that's running the show here are the same people right now telling you, the American people, everything is okay. No need to prepare. We're at an all-time high. I keep hearing this. The economy is blowing up. Look at the economy, is soaring. The last president could never do this. You MFing right. You're right about that. He could have never done this. This isn't a political video, because I said I'm gonna stop doing that. What this is a video full of information and facts that you can go look at yourself. And this is also a stark warning to the American people. If we're not going to get warnings from our officials and our leaders of this country, it's going to take people like me and you to tell each other to get your stuff together. Period. Every time I feel like I've bitten off more than I can chew, every time I feel like I'm overstepping or I'm doing too much, I lost count of how many chickens I have now, right? I've lost, and I just got 2 pigs. I don't know nothing about pigs, but you know something? I sure the hell am about to find out. And all the money that I'm spending on all of this stuff that I'm doing really makes sense now. Every single day. And here's the other thing too. It is actual people that are not worried in the least, because they're saying, oh, ain't nothing happened yet. Ain't nothing happened yet. Where's this? Oh, it's gonna be okay. Ain't nothing happened yet. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for those people. I do. I feel sorry for the people that's waiting on Jesus. They ain't doing nothing. They sitting in their house stinking, in their house slippers, waiting on Jesus to help them do something, when they won't do nothing for themselves. We're sitting here being told by literally the rest of the freaking free world that we have to all buckle down because it's about to blow up. And here we are, thinking that we're still okay. Let me get something straight too. Family, get out of your head that America is the superpower. Get that out of your head. We have been brainwashed into thinking that we are the strongest, the mightiest, the smartest, and we have been brainwashed into thinking that we Americans are untouchable. We have been dumbed down. Okay, let me before I go there. We have been brainwashed into thinking nobody can turn us into a third world country, right? Please don't talk in caps. We have been brainwashed into thinking that we cannot be the next third world country. That's the mentality of a bully, that you don't think nobody can lay no hands on you. And you know what happens to bullies? Every blue moon, somebody tune up and knock that bully teeth out. And that's America. Especially now. We've been on top so long. We've been on top so long by lying. We haven't been on top because we're the strongest. We've been on top for lying, saying we are the strongest, we are the mightiest, we are the greatest, we are this. But that's just talk. That's like somebody always talking about, man, I'll whoop your ass. Man, come on, bring it on out. I'll whoop you up. Talk. Because if we were so mighty and we were so strong and we were so great and we were so untouchable, why are we trillions of dollars in the red? If we got it going on, why do we got to keep on borrowing money? If we so wonderful, why do we have to keep on sending all of our work overseas? Since we got everything here, all the resources here, why ain't we just keep them here? Because it's all been lies, family. It's the same thing. What America is doing is the same thing you see with the dude that he got everything. He got nice truck, nice car, nice clothes, nice jewelry. He got everything. But what you see is he got everything. And you start wishing you were him. But what you don't know that person, and you don't realize this dude is about $400,000 in debt. What you really don't know is this dude don't own anything that you're seeing. What you don't know is all of this fancy cars and trucks that he got, them ain't even his, them is his brothers or his cousins. America been fronting for a long, long time. And the last time that we even had a surplus or been in the green was when Bill Clinton was in office. And the only reason I'm saying his name, because I say I ain't gonna talk about politicians, but the only reason I'm saying his name was damn near in history. That was the only time that America has been in the green since they rolled over here on this rock and took the land. Come on now. Come on now. These countries are warning us. And I didn't want to do this video today, but I'm tired of all these pretenders and fakers. Just they on here for views and clicks and likes and thumbs up. So they dancing around the truth because they don't want nothing to happen to their channel, or they just dancing around. Man, let me tell you something right now. If you have a platform, right now, you have an obligation to warn our American brothers and sisters. There is no cable no more. You know, people don't beat. Who the last time said somebody got cable? You wouldn't even know what do they got cable boxes, the A and B side of the cable box? Nobody know. Because everybody does social media. Everybody, your new cable is YouTube. Your new cable, you and me, we are the people that people are watching. And I'm not saying you got to go out here on a limb and be like, hell no, we won't go all the time. But I think somewhere in our on our platform, we have to take a little bit of time and tell the truth. Most people come on YouTube to be entertained. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, I think we are also obligated, especially in these days and time with these platforms, because YouTube and TikTok, believe it or not, are two of the most important platforms on the planet right now. And the people that's lying and clickbaiting you just for some views and some clicks, they're going to hell. I'm just saying. But for the most part, people that are really trying to pay attention to the damn scope and the atmosphere around us, like, man, this is whack. This is going bad fast. This administration has only been in office for 2 months. Did you hear me? This administration has been in office and held office since only January 20th. 2 months. This has only been 2 months worth of car wreckage. This has only been 2 months of the train falling off the track. This has only been 2 freaking months. 60 days. 60 days. And now we have threats of war. 60 days. People have been innocent people. Let me repeat. Innocent people have been kidnapped and imprisoned illegally without due process. These aren't deportations. This is kidnapping. If myself, if I grab somebody out their house, put them in the back of my truck, and take them somewhere with a blindfold on they ain't never been before, and let them out and leave them there, and only I can go see them whenever I feel like it, don't that sound like an episode of Crime Watch TV? Okay, yeah, all right. So the first thing you'll call that is kidnapping. That's the first charge. Breaking and entering, because you broke in their house. They told you not to come in. Breaking and entering. And then when you snatched them out their house and took them somewhere else, that's kidnapping. And now when you got them in prison some other country and without due process or legal process, that is illegal imprisonment. Now those, I'm not a police, I'm not a lawyer, but those are some of the most basic laws and rules that everybody knows. If you lock a girl in your car and won't let them out and tell her, look, baby, I just want to explain to you, that is false imprisonment. These people were taken out of their homes and shipped to God only know where, and nobody even know where to find these people. If they all reversed it today, you can't find these people. Now, thank you that's trafficking, Terry. Thank you. Now, I got another one for you. You sit here and you took these people and removed them out their home, right? Can you imagine? I want you to imagine. I really want you to use your mind. I want you to imagine somebody coming snatching you out your house in the middle of the night and throwing you in a truck with a bunch of other people, then throwing you in a plane. Y'all go over the ocean and they dump you out in the worst prison known to mankind modern day. And the only person that could really truly come and help you is the President of the United States. Because he's the one that negotiates and lets the prisoners go or negotiate hostages. But here's the crazy part. Can you imagine that the actual person that can free you is the person that imprisoned you illegally. So you can't even look towards him for help. You can't look for your country to help you because the person that's running the country is the one that put you here. Can you imagine being all alone in a prison full of maniacs and murderers, and you ain't did nothing? 1 minute you sitting here eating with your family, having a nice dinner, getting yourself ready and washed up for work tomorrow, and the next thing you know, you in a Guatemalan prison somewhere with the worst of the worst on the planet, and you still don't know what's going on. For everybody that don't know, I'm gonna repeat it. Europe has for everybody keeps saying I don't know what's going on. Europe has alerted all of their people in all of Europe to prepare, stock food, stock water, stock supplies for a minimum of 3 days. The part I want you to understand out of all of that is if Europe is preparing for the worst to happen, or just in case, we need to be preparing for the worst to happen, or the just in case. And if we don't, now remember, we will not be alerted to prepare ourselves for any kind of trouble because there's a smoke screen up to tell the American people that everything is okay. We've been told the economy is at its best it's ever been. We've been told, like never before, we've been told that we are doing the better than we've ever done. And if you believe that, you're delusional. We're delusional. These are facts how can you tell me this is okay to kidnap people and take them somewhere else? How can you, I don't care how bad you hate somebody, it comes down to a point when you basically asking, how do you want to see this person deceased? How do you want to see us remove this person from the planet? That's what they're asking you, because that's what they're doing to people. If you're in that prison all alone, you will ultimately probably not make it long, right? I'm just here to let everybody know I'm not in here to talk about politics, but I have to talk about the politic part of it because that's the problem. And now the solution needs to be had. So everybody that's telling me to stop talking about politics, you can go kiss your own ass as far as I care. But what I'm saying is, we talked about the problem. And if you don't think there's a problem, I hope you're the first one served. I promise you this. If you don't see a problem with today's going on, I hope you're the first one to get what you're waiting for. I hope you're the first one served up a nice plate of ass kicking. I hope you are one of the first people to sit down to the table of F you, because that's what's about to happen. So if you believe that all of this is okay because you're in love with another man's brown eye, good luck to you. Now, as far as the solutions, let's talk about the solutions. We talked about the problem long enough. Solutions. Let's come over here and talk about the solution. In the shade. Come over here. That shade ain't good enough, is it? Let's talk about the solution. And for the trolls that's in the room, enjoy yourself. Family, You need to be growing something right now. If you don't know how to garden, I advise you watch every gardening video that you can possibly watch in the amount of time that free time that you have. And I'm not going to even tell you to do everything by the book. I'm going to even go as far as saying, look, go hard and just try something. Get a bucket full of dirt, throw some seeds in there, boy, and water it and just pray. That's all I can say. This sun is banging. Come on. Come on, pup. Let's go on in here for a second. Because we're going to actually close out because I do need to get work. Come on, pup. Come on. Okay. Let me get me some water here. Because it's hot out there, boy. Okay. Let's talk about the solution. Let's talk about the solution. I don't got my glasses. All right. Let me get my glasses. Okay. Clearly, I said some click words, so all the trolls are in here. So we all know how. Listen, you only know what's real when the trolls come. Normal people don't do this. Normal people do not come in doing this. Only trolls. And the trolls, the AI, and the bots, they wait around for the click word to make them get on somebody's channel and start trying to disrupt the situation. Okay? So that's what this is. So please don't pay attention to no troll. Do not address them. Let them do their job. Their job is to troll us and try to put us off track. Do not pay no attention to them. I beg you. Okay? So, solution. How many people have not gardened yet? How many people still want chickens? How many people don't know anything? How many people don't know about chickens? Please go get you some chickens. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Please go get. I am begging you to go get some chickens. I am begging you. If you can't have chickens, go get some doggone I was about to say pheasants, some quail, and keep them in the house. Nobody will know. If you can't, if you can, get some pigs. If you can, get some guineas. If you can, get some goats. If you can, get a donkey. If you can, store your food. If you can't, go purchase you canned food. If you can't, thank you for that TLA. If you can't get chickens, you can't get guineas, you can't get ducks, you can't get pigs, get some rabbits. Nobody's gonna come in your house and think you're crazy with rabbits in the house. Store you some water. Get you some containers. I don't care how many, you do not have to have no perfect type of containers. If you're a person that always buy water and you got a bunch of gallon jugs, don't throw any more gallon jugs away. Fill them up and put them aside. Fill them up, cap them up, put them aside somewhere dark. As much water as you possibly can save. Learn some doggone skill sets that's going to get you out of a pickle. Because if all of this is taken from you, you're going to need to know how to hunt. You're going to need to know how to fish. You're going to need to know how to find edibles in the landscape. And this is serious. Listen, never in my life have every country on the planet been warning each other about us. Never have I heard such a thing. Listen, it's not even in history. The only people that ever warned themselves about us was our enemies that still warn themselves about us in America today. Listen, Canada and Europe is warning themselves about our affiliations with the evil countries. So please order you some quail. If you do not have a hatcher, if you don't have anything to incubator, if you do not have an egg incubator, purchase them. They like $34 on Amazon all day, unless the tariffs got them. Purchase you an incubator. I promise you, you will never regret it. You say learn to wash clothes by hand. That's another one. It's a bunch of stuff. If you don't have a any kind of water filtration system and you can't afford one, I told you, if you go fill up a 5-gallon bucket, one 5-gallon bucket with crushed real charcoal, real lump charcoal, crush and put another 5-gallon bucket full of sand and another 5-gallon bucket full of gravel, pour the water in the top and watch it come out clear. Pour the water in the top and watch it come out clear. Let it stay out there and keep on running through it and watch what the water look like. That is an actual true water filtration system. If you have a Berkey, that's all what's in your Berkey. It's just a tightly packed charcoal filter. We're going to need water filtration. Because if they done mess with the FDA already, to the point the Food and Drug Administration, to the point we don't know what we're going to be buying from the store. You might buy some chicken that never went through any inspection because they threw that out the window. They threw that out the window. They literally threw out, they don't have to inspect food anymore. We don't need the Food and Drug Administration anymore. We don't need that for medications anymore. You might be taking your medication and somebody, I was about to say a bad word. Somebody give you too much medicine because they don't know what they doing because nothing was inspected, and then you lose your life. And here's the worst part about it. Unfortunately, most Americans are on some kind of medication. Most Americans are on some kind of medication. You have some kind of ailment where you need to talk to a medical professional about either your prescriptions, your ailments, or something. America is the most obese, and it's scientifically fact, is the most obese country on the planet because America allows us to eat poison. They sell us poison and call it food, and now here we are. When I was a kid, you could count on one hand how many fat kids was in the school. If you was in high school, junior high, elementary, when I was a kid, you could count all the fat kids on one hand. And here's the other thing about that. All the overweight kids that you can count on that one hand, they ain't even considered overweight these days. Those kids from back in the 70s and the 60s that was overweight, they're not considered overweight today. Today, you hold no candle. Remember rerun from What's Happening? He don't hold a candle to the world today. And that was his whole shtick, was to be the fat dude of the show. He can't hold a candle to the obesity of today, right? If that show came on today and rerun came on there, he wouldn't have a part. They would probably get rid of his character because you serve no purpose. You ain't overweight enough. We're sitting here like sitting ducks. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. If if you have not started preparing or getting yourself together, and you don't have to call yourself a prepper if it make you feel better, you don't have to deal with any of these channels on YouTube or anything like that. You don't have to call yourself a gardener or prepper or 2A, a canner. You don't got to say none of that if it make you feel better. But if you are a father, if you are a husband, if you are a wife, your sole job right now is to make sure that your children and your family is okay. So you can call yourself or not call yourself whatever you want to, but I'm going to tell you this. The rules of engagement have changed. The duties of a father, the duties of a man, the duties of a woman now have changed. We done added something into the mix. It ain't just make sure your kids stay out the streets, go get some good education and all that stuff. Now, as a father, as a man, as a mother, as a wife, we got to add one more thing to the thing, which is now we got to start teaching our children to prepare for the worst. When we talk, remember, we tell our kids when they walk into school by themselves, stranger danger, right? We have to tell our kids, look, don't be jumping in the car with nobody, don't we? Why do we think that telling our kids to don't be jumping in cars with strangers, don't be taking money from strangers, don't be talking to strangers, always walk with somebody else when you're walking, never walk alone? This is part of that now. When your kids go out, mom, we going to the movies. Call me every 30 minutes. I need to cut your little tracking device on, know where you are. This is that. Thank you, Rio's Family Garden. Thank you for that. Listen, this now our responsibilities as parents or elders or even guardians, even guardians. Now I'm going to hit a couple people where it hurt. As a guardian, say you ain't got no kids, but your sister do, your brother do. You either the uncle, the favorite uncle, you're the favorite aunt, you're the favorite best friend, or you're the godfather, the godmother. Thank you, Shaggy. Your responsibility is there too. As the godmother, as the favorite uncle, as the favorite aunt, as that other guardian in the family, because it's just not mom and dad, it's the guardians, it's the neighbors. Your responsibility is to watch over these children and teach them a better way and a way to what we need to be doing in this very, very near coming future. This ain't about to be no, well, when you get old, this is what you should do. When you get a little older, this is what you should do. Mm-mm. I promise you, prepare our children, prepare our children for the worst. So you ain't got to explain it while you're fighting. You ain't going to have to explain it while you're fighting because you've already had discussions about this. You ain't got to explain to your children. You know something? You want to know something that my kids ain't never, ever, ever had to ask me? Dad, why do you have that on your hip? Why do you have that weapon on your hip? You know why my kids ain't never, ever had to ask me that? Because that's all they ever known. I explained that damn near from birth. Period. Dad, why do you what you do? Why do you have all of these things to defend yourself? They don't have to ask that because I grew them up knowing what I do and why. And that's how we need to train our children right now. All of these tic-tac dances and shit, man, ain't nothing wrong if you feel like doing that. But look, make a little bit of video games or whatever. That's ain't nothing wrong with that. But man, make some room for some reality. I'm gonna tell you what our biggest downfall is right now. We have squeezed out reality for fiction. We're eating a poor diet of reality. That's the best way to put it. If you eat too many Twinkie sandwiches and ho-ho dogs, right, you're going to get overweight and you're going to be unhealthy. Okay, the same thing is true when it comes to reality and facts versus fiction and entertainment. If you feed somebody too much entertainment and fiction, their mind will be obese and unhealthy with nonsense. We ain't nothing wrong with entertainment. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with fiction. Nothing wrong with it. But never let fiction and entertainment overpower facts and truth. In today's world, what we living in right now, go look at any social media site which most people on the planet is watching. There is, there is. I'm just throw a number out. There is 80% of fiction out being spoken these days. It's about 80%, doggone it. I'm gonna put it up that high of entertainment and fiction. Of entertainment and fiction, I'm gonna give it 80%. And people consume about 80% of lies, entertainment, and fiction. And then the rest 20%, they get a little bit of facts and a little bit of truth. To the point where the entertainment and the lies and the fiction is you absorbing so much of that, you don't even think, you don't even pay the truth any mind. So your mind becomes unhealthy. Just like if you sat here and all you ate was ho-hos and Twinkies and ding-dongs, you're going to be, please stop talking in caps, please. All you're going to do is become unhealthy in the mind. And you'll believe anything. And today, in today's world, that's why these young folks believe anything. That's why these people voted for that man, because they believe anything. They believe anything as long as it's entertaining, as long as it sounds good. Thank you, Keno. I appreciate that. As long as you made it, put a bunch of lights and blinking idiots around it, that's why they believe you. Think about this. All of the truth and all of the facts were thrown to the wayside. Listen, the man lied to you and you could literally fact check him in your own brain. You didn't need no computer. You didn't need no scientist. You heard him months before he would say one thing, change it into another thing and say, I didn't say that. Yeah, you did. No, I didn't. He did that 1,000,000,000 times. Right? Imagine that. When people was trying to tell you actual facts and give you actual numbers, but she ain't black though. What? Thank you, black beekeeper. Thank you. Well, I ain't gonna say we, let me stop that. People were so enamored with the lies and the entertainment and the nonsense and the ridiculousness that you just overlooked the facts. You voted for the fun, the one that looks like you voted for the one that's cracking jokes and calling people horrible names and bullying you, because that's more entertaining. Grandpa Joe was boring. Listen, oh my God, I will give y'all that. Grandpa Joe was boring as sin. He wasn't about to be up there shuffling, dancing, none of that. He was boring as you didn't hear him in the news every 5 seconds. Sometimes we like, do we even have a president? Okay. He was boring because he ain't up here trying to entertain you. He's doing his damn job as the president of the United States. And clearly, everything he's doing ain't supposed to be seen by the rest of the doggone United States of America. All of the confidential things are not supposed to be seen by the rest of the United States of America. Do I need to even go there with these? I'm not going to go there because we're not going to talk about politicians. I'd rather him be asleep. They call him Sleepy Joe. I'd rather him be asleep because he spent all day passing policies to help us. I'd rather him take a nap. I'd rather him get a little sleepy during a meeting or a debate so he can get some energy so he can keep us safe. I don't mind. Call him Sleepy Joe all you want. But I wasn't worried about my damn life. I wasn't worried about my freedom. Come on now. I wasn't worried about my freedom. I wasn't worried about a group of goofballs rushing through my front door and snatching me and my family up out the house. Or watching my neighbors get snatched up out the house. I wasn't worried about that. Okay? I wasn't worried about my Social Security. Matter of fact, I'm getting to the age I had to start counting, getting ready for that. Everybody in here wasn't worried about their medication or their health care. So that is that. So the whole reason I'm on this video right now is because, please believe me. Please believe me. Like I said, trolls are in here because they heard the trigger words. Watch this. Watch I say, Biden, 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 Biden. They'll flood in here. Because they want, listen, family. Never in all of YouTube that I've been on YouTube have I seen so many trolls. They're here to cause confusion and division amongst the truth. The only time the trolls come in here or anybody else's channel is when you're speaking truth to the people. The only time you see them is when you start saying something, stock your food, get ready for battle, start your gardens, store water, the president is back. You say something. You want to hear something funny? I'm going to tell you something funny. There has never been a troll come in for Biden. I need you to understand something. Never have I seen a Biden troll. Never. A Biden, Harris, Clinton. I've never seen a troll for them. No matter, and I've called them all out on whatever it is bad what they do. You've never seen a Biden, Harris, Clinton, Obama troll. Never. They're never somebody like, oh, well, go home. Never. If you talk about Pumpkinhead, the trolls come in. If you talk about Obama and old Billy Clinton, nothing. If you talk about him and Monica Lewinsky, nothing. Nothing. If you hear about, Hillary Clinton and her emails, that's not even relevant anymore as of yesterday. That's not even relevant anymore as of yesterday, and it was speculation. Now, if you don't want to believe that we have traitors in the midst, you can literally click on that app and go see what they were saying for yourself and judge it for yourself. There is no more, I wonder who's telling the truth and who's lying. They tell you on the app. Stupid idiots. They might as well have been telling about war secrets on TikTok. You may have well been discussing military strategic plans of strike on TikTok. And while y'all was talking about all of the strategy, be doing a dumbass TikTok dance. Dummies, dumb, dumb, dumb. And here we are. We are in so much trouble. No. Let me change that word. We are in so much danger as the American people right now. We are in danger, Will Robinson. We're not in trouble anymore. Trouble came in the first 2 weeks. We was in trouble for the first 2 weeks. Now, whether you voted for that man in this administration or not, we are in danger. We are in grave danger. And everybody keeps saying, but I didn't think it would be me. I didn't think it would be my aunt. I didn't think you would haul off my mama and my daddy. And what did I say last summer? I said, before y'all go voting on some hateful racist stuff, you better go get the inside of your cheekbone swabbed and check your DNA. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say it though? I said, before you go voting, go get your cheek swabbed because you might be voting against your own interests. I said it all last summer. And now that people, mamas and daddies and aunts and uncles and wives and husbands is getting hauled off and shipped to Guatemala some damn where, now they're like, what's going on? I told y'all to swab your cheek. They know what your DNA say. They getting people, they going, oh, yep, he got about 50%, he got 60% in him. He looked like his name is Brett, but that's not really how he should be pronouncing his name. He should be pronouncing his name Brett. He's telling everybody his name is Brett because he's so fair-skinned and straight hair and stuff. But he should be pronouncing his name Brett. And now they hauling folks off for no good reason. Now it's a problem. Now it's a problem once they snatch somebody up out your house. Because now your feelings is hurt. But you didn't care about everybody else's feelings being hurt. And then on top of that, they made a mockery of all the people. You just can't do illegal crimes. You wanted to be a photo shoot. They literally did a whole video of putting them people in the plane, snatching them around, abusing them, mistreating them, put them on the plane, get them off the plane, abuse them some more, got them all in there like dogs for the slaughter, and marching them into the worst places on the planet. And they think this is going to be something good we should show. We should show the American people to see that we're actually doing what we said we're going to do. They're going to love us for this video of cruelty and inhumanity. Do you know what kind of sick mind it takes to say showing torture of human beings is going to be proof that we're on top of the job? That's the same thing that kidnappers and don't they leave paper trails for the detective? Because they get a kick out of seeing you discover the victims that they have tortured. That's why terrorists send videos of their victims back to America. Say, this is what we're going to do to them. And they do something to that victim on that videotape that they can't show the rest of America because it's too gruesome. That to me is the exact thing that just happened, showing the men getting hauled off and put on planes with bags on their heads and whatnot, and treated like that and head shaved like dogs, like you about to go to the electric chair. And that's supposed to be make you look like a real man, a real American. You want the rest of America to see the torture of innocent men? That's supposed to make you number one? Let me get back to what I was saying before I go. Listen, Europe, and I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get back to work. Europe has released a statement that all Europeans need to stock up as much food and as much water and supplies as they can for the next, at minimum, 3 days. For everybody just coming in here, go look at it yourself, and you'll see everything I'm saying right now. It's just truth. I have nothing to gain to lie to you. I don't. I have zero to gain. Because when you go and look at it yourself, I don't have to hear that you was wrong, Led. If I just tell you the damn truth, you can go see yourself, look at yourself, and then say, hey, guess what? You was right. I don't have to try to explain myself when I'm wrong for lying. So go ahead. Look at it yourself. I'm just a normal old average content creator. I hold no power. My words mean zero to you. So go look at it yourself. Judge for yourself. And the bad part is they're making it so evident that you can't even be confused that this is torture. You can't even be confused that this is inhumanity. You can't be confused that these are lies that they're spewing. You can't be confused when they ask them a direct question and they say, no, it's a yes or no question. Can you answer the question? Well, what day is it? Thursday? Well, because can't even answer a straightforward question, yes or no. Were you part of this texting back and forth? When you say text, they are, listen, I've been watching them on the case, right? And they creaming them. Get this. I don't want to hear nobody else say nothing bad about R. Kelly and how dumb he sounded in trial. I don't want to hear nothing else about how dumb R. Kelly sounded in trial. When R. Kelly was on trial, you know what they said? They said, did you know she was underage? And he said, well, okay, when you say underage, like how young we talking? This idiot said that. And you basically said, man, can I go to prison? When R. Kelly, she was underage. Now stop. Now, when you say underage, exactly how young we talking? When they've been grilling them people on this trial and they giving them yes or no questions, they sound dumber than R. Kelly answering these questions. Were you on the text? On what day was this? Are you talking about on the phone or what? None of the answers was ever never answered. Were you on the text or not? Look, red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish, knick knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Hmm? That was great, Mr. Laird, but you did not answer the question. Okay, I'm sorry. Ask the question again. I'm sorry. Were you on this text message for these plans? Well, Your Honor, if I may call you Your Honor. Well, it depends. It depends on what? On how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could actually chuck wood. He looking over at his lawyer like, This how dumb they sound. These are the people that run the country. Now let me check my breath first. I want to get close to you so you can I'll make sure you hear me, okay? Listen to me. I'm going to tell you a little secret. You know, and I know, if your child's teacher called home and said they were mooning the classroom with their real butt cheeks. So they got expelled for that. And your children gave you excuses. Like when you said, what did you do today? Why did you get expelled? Well, did you say spelling bee? No, I said expelled. Why did you get expelled? Well, when you say spelled, are you talking about how DMX spelled? Because I am not quite sure how DMX spelled those words. You would go the frick off if your kid kept dancing around in circles. You need to know. Boy, you about to get you. They kicked you out of school, fool. Huh? For what? So why are we giving grown-ass people a pass to dance around serious questions that implements everybody's safety? Why are we dancing around and giving them a pass? Grown-ass people, not just grown-ass people that run the country. Grown-ass people with our freedoms in their grips. We're giving them a pass when you wouldn't even give your own child a pass for lying to your face. Your own flesh and blood, you will be all over them like a mink stole if they start lying to you dead in your face and you know the truth. So why are we giving grown-ass people a pass and making it okay to lie directly to our freaking face? And sir, we heard what y'all said. We seen what y'all said. We didn't just hear it, we seen it. And the way you know you lying is because each and every last one of y'all is stuttering. Every time they ask you a question, is maybe I did. Each and every last one of you, all of a sudden got a speech impediment? I guess so. All of these people run the country and they lying to our faces, the American faces. Whether you voted for them or not, let me tell you something. Whether you voted for them or not, you know when you're being lied to. It don't matter if you're stupid, but you know when you're being lied to. That blatantly. Okay? Oh my God. Everybody prepare for any and everything. Do not pass go. Do not stop stocking your food. Do not stop stocking your medications. Do not stop stocking your supplies. Do not stop. Okay? Do not stop. No matter how safe you feel, don't stop. Because we are not in trouble. We, as Americans, are in grave danger. With that being said, grow your own, eat your own, raise your own your own. Live Farmer 73, I love you. Be safe, be smart, and I'm out.